21st of June. I almost didn't want to do a garden update this month because everything's growing so very slow, because it just doesn't get very hot here in the Pacific Northwest. The Gunnera has only put out one new leaf, and it's about the same size as the previous one, but it's still 2 foot long. Got a couple Rex begonias. I think these leaves almost look fake with just how wild that pattern is. Got a purple Heuchera. Evidently that's not pronounced Heuchera. It's supposed to be Heuchera, which sounds stupid to me. And it's spelled Heuchera, so that's how I'm gonna say it. My Ravenea rivularis Majesty palm is putting out a new frond, but it's growing so slow. It's been opening for a month now. It's taken a month for this spear to open, and it's not even halfway open yet. This is a Mekong giant banana, and it's only, I don't know, 12 or 14 inches tall. It's growing super slow. Just like this Musa Baju, it's put out 3 new leaves over the last 6 weeks, but it's still so tiny. Banana trees are supposed to grow fast, but they need heat and humidity to do so. Got a couple Camellia sinensis. So that's your common tea plant, tea tree. They grow here. They don't do super great because it's just not hot and humid enough. Miscanthus is getting big. This is a Phoenix robelinii, however you say it. There were 5 trunks in this pot, and I gave it a bigger pot, and I pulled 2 of the trunks out, replanted those. One is right here, and it looks like it transplanted just fine. The other one is over here by this other Camellia sinensis, and it looks like it did not transplant quite as well. Kind of droopy, having a rough go of it. Picked up these 2. Home Depot said they were Trachycarpus fortunais. That's what the tag said on the pot, but I'm pretty sure they are Fortunae wagnerianus hybrids. And they've got 10 inches of trunk, so that's pretty cool, and they were cheap. This is a Camellia sinensis with some variegation. And then here's a Camellia sinensis, Miscanthus sinensis, with a ridiculous amount of variegation. So much it almost looks fake. This is a Philostachys nigra bamboo. This was planted on the other side of the house in way too much shade, so I transplanted it up here. Actaea is getting big. My hardy hibiscus are all in full leaf now. Hopefully they'll start making some flowers here soon. Another little baby Musa Baju. The reeds are putting out seed heads now, so that's kind of cool. This is a Butea capitata, or a pindo palm. The website where I ordered this said it would be in a 2x2x7 container, but it was not. It was bare rooted. And I hate bare rooting plants. You should never do that unless you just absolutely have to, because there is a mortality rate whenever you bare root plants. Not all of them are going to survive, no matter what. And when I first got this thing, it was super limp. The leaves were hanging on the ground, so now I've got the leaves propped up on these other plants to try to keep them from rotting. But it is not doing too hot, and I don't know if it's going to make it or not. The New Zealand flax has gotten quite a bit bigger. This canna has not grown very much, but it is putting out pups now. 1, 2, 3. There's another one on the other side. Oh, we gotta go look at my yuccas. So, Yucca filamentosa. I love yuccas. They stay green all all year long. They're hard to kill. A lot of them are super frost hardy. And after a rainstorm, I don't know why, but after a rainstorm, when the sun is starting to come back through the clouds, this thing looks like it's lit up from the inside. I guess because of the way that the yellow pops out of that green. This is also supposed to be a Yucca filamentosa, but it doesn't have these little filaments all over it, those little fibers. And the variegation is backwards. The yellow is on the outside, not the inside. I started a couple elephant ears indoors probably 8 weeks ago. They're doing okay. I had a temporary greenhouse built around them, and I had these Christmas lights on them to get them a little bit of extra heat to help them grow. They're not very big, but I think they'll get there. Insete ventricosum banana tree. So this thing was already 4 foot tall when I bought it, and it started choking. I think because it's just too cool here. So I had to rip the pseudostem all apart and clear the choke out. So it's kind of been set back a little bit. But I love the color of this thing though. This poor trachycarpus, I burnt it by putting the fertilizer too close to the trunk. Red dragon fleece plant has probably tripled in size over the course of 4 or 5 weeks. So that's cool, but it almost makes me afraid that it's an invasive species. This is my biggest musabaju, but it's only 8 inches tall. And then my tetrapanix, which was also shipped bare rooted. I lost a couple leaves, but it's put on some new growth now, so it's doing fine. And none of the tie giants are big at all. They're all very small. So I don't think they will get big this year at all. Trachycarpus. Trachycarpus. And a Camarops humilis, or a Mediterranean fan palm. Kind of pushing the zones here. This is supposed to be a zone 9 palm, but people do grow them here in the Pacific Northwest. Maybe they just grow them up in the microclimates that you get around the Puget Sound. I don't know. I think that will probably last a few years until we get a good hard frost, and then it'll probably perish. Good hard freeze, not just a frost. The Fargesia scarbrita bamboo, I moved it to make room for this Philostachys vivax. This is one of the real common timber bamboos. It'll get huge, but it will take several years to do so. And I'm going to try and control it because it is a running bamboo. I'll try to control it using this mound or trench technique. Bamboo has a hard time sending rhizomes downhill, so they say if you build a trench with some sharp angles, the rhizomes will pop out and you'll see them and you can just bust them off. This is the bigger of the 2 Mekong giants that I have, but it's still very small, probably 16 inches tall. This is the other Butea capitata, just not doing so hot. The tips of the fronds are all brown, so it may be dying. Oh yeah, got a little dock for the pond. Fish are happy. The water hyacinth has probably quadrupled over the last 5 or 6 weeks. What else do we got? Finally put the clematis in the ground. I'm hoping that's evergreen. I want this garden to stay green all year long. This is the top of a tree I cut down. It's got a bird's nest in there. I don't think there's actually a bird in there now. A little baby Empress Woo hosta. Fatsia. This Fatsia has doubled in size since I brought it home. Got a Fargesia rufa bamboo over here. I need to move it though because it's not getting any direct sunlight except for just some real early morning broken sun. It's like 7:30 a.m. right now. This is all the sun it will get, so I need to move it somewhere else so it'll be a little bit happier. I think that's about it.